Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Marvel's Avengers Alliance Hero Spotlight. This time we will be taking a look at a relatively new character. Came out only about a week ago and it is Gorgon. Now I really like the new Inhuman characters, especially Gorgon. Gorgon is possibly one of my favorite characters yet in this game. So without further ado, I wanted to do a review of him. I only have him at level 8. I did not have time really to level him to 9 to do like a full review of all of his abilities, but anyway, I do not want to delay this any further, so let's take a look at his passives. First, he has Intensive Training. Rising up applied to all allies at the beginning of their turn. Also, all Inhumans become immune to Dizzy, Exposed, Slowed, and Weakened. The second part, it's nice if you are making an Inhuman team. I hope that there's gonna be an item that's gonna make your agent Inhuman, a weapon. That would be really awesome, and I think that's probably gonna be the case. But the first part, Rising Up applied to all allies at the beginning of their turn. That's just insane. That is incomprehensible. I cannot even begin to tell you how good that is. Second, he is gonna make him perfect with any finest tower character. Second, he has Intimidating Presence. 40% chance to apply Intimidated and Demoralize to all enemies before any action. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory, so let's move on. I have at the moment I have 5 steady on him. That's health, tech, and accuracy, and that's because I didn't really think much because I don't have him at level 9 yet. And I think that those 3 stats are needed for every character and for Gorgon because his accuracy is not that great really. I have a Street Fighting, Close Empowered ISO 8, which grants him Street Fighting. Melee attacks have a higher chance to critically hit. All his attacks are melee. Just seem perfectly normal, perfectly logical to put that. And I have Erupting Augmented ISO on his level 2. I think that's his level 2, right? No, that's his level 6. No, level 2. I was right the first time. And that will give it, it can attack flying targets even though it is a ground attack. Now, I debated if I should put it on his level 2 or his level 1. And it would probably be, I don't really know. Probably it would actually be a good idea to put it on his level 1, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna keep it on his level 2 for now. I don't really know. Now let's take a look at his abilities. First ability called Feel the Thunder. It's a 1 enemy attack and it's a ground attack. So it ignores most protect and avoidance effects, but it also cannot hit flying targets. And that's where this augmented ISO comes in. It puts a weakened and exposed, so Paragon Exploiter debuffs on the enemy attacks. So right away we see that he's a Paragon Exploiter character. And also puts Wind Up on himself. So next attack does 25% more damage. It's like Hogan, the same buff. Now his level 2, it's called the Dance Death, and it's an all enemy attack. It is also a ground attack, and it puts Dizzy and Slowed on the enemies, all the enemies. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Also Paragon Exploiter debuffs. And if people puts Breakthrough on himself, the next attack that hits is guaranteed to be a critical hit. Now, what's so great about this is that you can combine the first and second ability, so Wind Up and Breakthrough, just like Hogan does. It's the same idea. Also, if the character has Flanked, if you attack him with level 1, I think he follows up with his level 2. So you put all of the Paragon Exploiter debuffs, plus you have Breakthrough and Wind Up for your next attack, which is amazing once again. Now, his level 6 is your means of putting Flanked on the enemy. It's called Walk All Over You. So it's a 1 enemy attack and it puts ground on the enemy. So now when you put that debuff on the enemy, if there's a flying one, here you can hit him with ground attacks. So this augmented ISO 8 is not necessary, but it just makes your life a whole lot easier if you have it. It also puts flanked, and it has a 15% chance to stun, which I guess is almost never gonna happen. So I'm not counting on that too much. And he's level 9, which I do not yet have, but I will soon enough. It has Finest Hour, which goes good with his passive that he gives rising up to all allies. It has high crits and Paragon Exploiter, which is gonna exploit the debuffs you put with your level 1 and your level 2. So he's a very very balanced character, but that last ability has one downside, which says kicks like a mule. It's like stun. If you use that, you're gonna be stunned for the next round. That's because this is a really really overpowered ability, and if you use it a couple of times in a row, it could be really devastating. Now, without any further ado, I think I've covered everything, so I will be showing you some PvP action. Let's go and take a look at that. Okay, so let's take a look at Gorgon in PvP here. This between pre-seasons period might not be the best time to look at it, because all of the enemies are gonna be weaker than me, a lot weaker. But anyway, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter, so I'm just gonna show you the plan I have for this character. I am teaming him up with Sandman, as you can see. That's because Sandman has both Finest Hour and Paragon Exploiter, which is a perfect matchup. I think these guys were meant for each other. So on my agent I have the Hand of Apocalypse because of those Paragon Exploiter debuffs. And I'm using some random weapons. The spear for the buff it gives you, the Touch of the Savage Lands, the scroll, and the sudden support. Now let's get to it. Maybe I should have replaced this with a Mystic, but never mind. Never mind that. Let's take a big hit on Iron Fist with a hand. I recently reforged the Hand of Apocalypse. Yeah, I paid 48 freaking gold, and I do not buy, as many of you know, gold because I'm a free player. All of that gold was hard earned through the game, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my level 2 on all of the enemies to put some debuffs on them. And since I have that AI so on it, the War Machine should be hit as well. So let's go for it. Go Gorgon. There we go. Nice and tidy. We take a counter from the Kinetic Blade, no biggie. All these enemies are much weaker than me, so I will not... Oh, he has a Nailgun as well. A counterattack heavy, I see. Full Overcharge, expected as much. I might have a little bit of trouble with the radiation. Oh my god, the AI is unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Okay, I'm gonna use Sandman's quick action on him. And as you can see, he already has some rising up buffs because of Gorgon. So this should just... I hope I'm gonna get all 4 of them. Sandman is another unbelievably good character. He has the Havoc one-shotting potential. See right there? That's his first turn, ladies and gentlemen. Now there are a couple of things I can do at this moment. I mean, I'm looking at this as it was a more difficult battle, like in the middle of a season. So the enemies would not be this weak, but I could go for his level 9. Which would put pressure points on the enemies, and that would help me set up Gorgon. And Gorgon, with his rising up, can set up Sandman. That means they're the perfect combination, and I think this is gonna be the team that I'm gonna be using when the season comes out. But right now, since all of the enemies are unbelievably weak, I'm just gonna go and one-shot Iron Fist because he's the next one to act. And that's it. Not much more to it. I don't even know if I need to use sudden support, to be honest. I might be able to one-shot them as it is. Okay, not really. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go for a sudden support and make this a sure hit. I'm still debating the agent gear. This is definitely not gonna be the setup I'm gonna be using. But, you know, I just threw something together, the first things that came to mind. Now let's go and hit the agent to one-shot him. I mean, it's not a one-shot, but I meant to say KO, and the freaking shield protected him. Okay. More shields on the enemies. Now let's see what Gorgon's gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and hit War Machine with my level 9. With my level 6, sorry about that. Yeah, I just want to put some flanked on him, so Sandman could get a nice chunk at his health. And let's go and use Pound. Maybe I'm just gonna go for the hammer once again. Hammering blow. This should take care of it, and the Pound should finish the job if the shield interrupts it. Nope, no way. Sandman is just a beast. Unbelievable. Let's go for the hand, and that takes care of that, my friends. So I hope you enjoyed this little video on Gorgon. I'm definitely gonna be showing you more PvP action with Gorgon once the actual season comes out, and once the enemies are not so damn weak. I wanted to get some real challenge, and I'm gonna level him up real fast. I'm not gonna use him in PvP unless he's a level 12. That's like my, you know, my little rule. I don't use characters under level 12 in PvP unless I absolutely have to, or they're just so good. And like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, no pressure, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.